This episode is brought to you by SmartVestor. Connect with an investing pro near you at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor.
Let's go to Detroit, Michigan next, where Jill joins us. Jill, how can we help today?
Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous.
Oh, well, it's because George is on. He's very intimidating, but I'm going to be here for you.
Yes. So I am currently in baby step 2. I have only 9,000 left to go. I've been working like crazy 7 days a week and evenings, and I'm exhausted. But I'm trying to figure out, once I'm in baby step 4, how to invest 15% because I don't see the numbers working out. And I'm wondering if I should pay off my mortgage like it's baby step 2, or if I need to just do side gigs for the next decade or so.
Side gigs for a decade? I'd rather see you get your full-time income up. But let's dig into the numbers here to see what's actually going on.
It's time for a budget-ectomy, George.
Yeah. Okay, what is your income?
Yeah.
Your gross income?
I make $57,800. I'm a teacher, so I also make about $3,000 or $3,500 gross in the summer.
Great. So about $60,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're saying you can't invest 15% once you're debt-free? You're not going to have the margin to do it?
I mean, according to the numbers that according to the math that I did, my household expenses are around $3,000.
Okay.
And I think my net income, according to my paychecks, is about $3,225. And then the summer, divide that by 12 and add that to the income.
So you're talking about investing $750 a month.
Mm-hmm.
That's what 15% is of your gross income. And so when you do your every dollar budget and you list out your take-home pay, now it's coming out before it hits your bank account. You have a 403B through your employer?
I do. I'm not investing right now, but I get a 4% match. So
okay. So once you're there, you invest 15%. Whatever's left becomes your take-home pay that you're going to pay all of your bills out of.
Okay.
So it may not be as much of an issue as you think, as long as you can live off the rest of that take-home pay.
I'm just, when I look at my margin, it's like $475. So, unless I'm missing something, I don't know.
Well, that's on the net side. You're looking at your budget with your take-home pay. So it would reduce your gross income by $750. So if you were making $5,000, what's going to actually end up in your bank account is $4,250. You tracking?
Okay, so I think so. Right now, I have 6% being taken out for my pension automatically.
Okay.
So that's already, and I think you guys say to cut that in half.
Yes, we would count that as half of your 15%. So we would count it as 3. You would still need to invest another 12.
Okay, and then I wanted to do the 4% for the match and then do the rest in a Roth IRA. And so that's why I was doing net income. Does that make sense?
Yes. But I'm thinking here, what were your debt payments when you started this process? What were your total debt payments per month?
Not much, because so I think only like $100 per month, because most of it's student loans, and I have a 0% payment or $0 payment right now.
Okay. So what I would do is, once you're debt free, you're going to start doing your budget. I would ratchet it up to 15% and then see what the deficit is, if there is one. I think the numbers are going to work here. I don't know what all the rest of your expenses are and what you can trim out of the budget, but there's 2 ways to find this margin: either spend less or make more. So before you go sign up for a side gig for the next decade, I'd rather see us work on spending less and reducing our bills so that you have the margin to do this. And by the way, there's still other baby steps. Like you said, you want to pay off the mortgage early. Do you have children?
No.
Okay, so we can skip baby step 5. And we're going to move on to 6, which is any extra income beyond the 15%, we can start throwing at the mortgage. But no, you don't have to treat that like a baby step 2 item. We move from intensity to intentionality when we move out of baby step 3 into 4. So that could be a 7 to 10 year journey. You don't need to do this in 3 years. I think you need to enjoy life a little. Wouldn't it be cool to take summers off?
I'll be able to afford to.
As a teacher, would you want to take a summer off? Or do you enjoy doing it?
I do get bored if I have taken summer off before, and it does get boring. But I don't know. I just didn't see the numbers working out like I thought. So.
Well, the every dollar budget will tell you, but I want you to just make sure you're looking at the right numbers, gross versus net, because that'll be deducted from each paycheck. So I don't want you to get spooked by saying, "Well, I don't have the money in the every dollar budget," because that's just your take-home pay.
Doesn't the Roth IRA though? Doesn't the net? It doesn't come out of your net though.
Roth IRA you would invest on your own. So that wouldn't come directly out of your paycheck. That's not through your employer. Do you have a Roth 403B through your employer?
No, I don't.
They don't offer a Roth option. Okay. So yeah,
No,
you would
my bad.
do match beats Roth beats traditional. So invest up to the match, that's 4%. Move on to your Roth options, which would be an IRA outside of your employer. And then if you still haven't hit 15%, you would move back. But it sounds like you will hit that with your employer, so you won't need to move back to it.
Okay.
You got this. Now do you believe, Jill?
I don't know. I guess. I mean, maybe when I get there, it'll be different. But
I think so. And you'll make more
mean,
money over time, right?
yeah, that's true. I mean, I'll move up to 61,000 next fall or this fall.
I want to see you actually,
Maybe.
I want you to look outside the teaching world. I really would like to see you try it. Just look at it. Just see where you could take your experience and skill set and make a sizable chunk more. And then I also think while you're looking at that, you ought to be looking at some good money earning opportunities in the summer. Let's see if we could keep that income going, doing something else during the summer. You got to look.
Mm-hmm.
And Jill, I can hear it in your voice. You're one of those. You're the true doubting Thomas from the Bible. You know, you got to see the scars, and George laid it out for you. So you're going to have to try this stuff so you can see what he's saying. Because even as he lays it out, you're having a hard time believing it's possible. But I've sat with him long enough to know he's right. But you're going to have to try some of this stuff. So I'm really going to push you in two other areas. I really do want you to see what you can make in the summer. Let's see if we can max out the summer. Can we make $9,000 in the summer? Let's set a goal. Let's look. Could I transition from the traditional teaching world into a different role? Because I've counseled so many teachers, George. You know this on my old show, the Ken Coleman Show, where they didn't think they could do anything but teach. But you can. Those skill sets. You are an instructor at heart, and you are an instructor by trade. That's really, really valuable. So if I were to just tell you to kick the tires on looking at corporate training, for instance, I think you should be making somewhere between $75,000 to $100,000.
Wow.
But you won't see it if you don't look for it.
Well, I will say I do live in a smaller town. I'm not in Detroit, but I just do like Department of Natural Resources summer gigs like that. That's what I've been doing.
I know, but that's bottom of the barrel. You're worth more than that. I'm trying to get you fired up a little bit. I'm trying to be your cheerleader in the locker room, because if you head out on the field acting like you are right now, you're going to get beat by 100. You got to come out of that locker room like you're going to destroy the other team. And you need to come out of this thing going, I'm going to actually do what George told me to do. And that's just the beginning. And I'm going to absolutely win. And if I got to move, I'm going to move. But you need to happen to life, Jill. I think too much of life is happening to you.
I guess I just don't know what to do in the summer then, because that's
I know you don't, because you haven't looked for it. You haven't looked for it. You got to get your head up. You got to start looking. You got to start talking to everybody. Hey, I'm a teacher. This is the skill set I've got, George. I've done this for this many years. I'm looking for this kind of work here. And you got to look for it. You cannot find it if you don't look for it. And looking for it means I believe if I look for it that I'll see it. Come on, Jill. Let's go. Happen to life a little bit here.
Coach Ken.
Man, I need to bang the locker room, blow a whistle or something.
Thanks for tuning in to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires. Need help with your investments? Connect with a SmartVestor Pro at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor or click the link in the show notes. Ramsey Solutions is a paid non-client promoter of participating pros. Learn more at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor.